Britain Hart, how do you feel just about that victory going against Paige VanZant? A lot of eyes on her, of course, a lot of her celebrityism, her fighting, and you're able to come out with this victory in very much a 4-round-to-1 decision. How did you feel during the fight and then after the fight?
I mean, honestly, it's an out-of-body experience. I went in there knowing that I had all the tools and that if Paige VanZant won tonight, that she beat the best version of Britain Hart, and I just couldn't let that happen. I had the support, I had the mental, I had the physical. I worked so hard for this. I moved away from all distractions and put my trust in someone who was going to get me to the technical and the pieces, you know, and then I took the heart that I had from at home and the dog in me and just had to trust that I had all the pieces together that made me the fighter that you saw in the ring tonight. I truly felt like I left it all out in there. You know, I feel like, you know, if I could look back on it, I don't want to be a person who wished they turned it up. You know, I tried to turn it up as much as possible, and this is the aftermath of that feeling, and it feels so great. I really wanted to knock her out because I was so scared that going to judges, it just wasn't going to be in my favor. I was the underdog, and you know how all underdogs feel. So to go in there and be with the toughest, I mean, Paige VanZant, what a tough girl. She hits like a brick house. Never been hit harder, and I mean that, and I've been hit by grown men, and she hit hard. So to go in there with someone who's so established, an elite athlete, and to come out victorious is an unreal out-of-body experience, and it just shows that I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm on the right path, and I'm going to continue. And this is definitely the new rise of Britain Hart.
Britain, was there a point in the fight where you were like, oh yeah, I got this. This is going my way. Was there a certain round that you felt that?
You know what? Honestly, in the first round, absolutely. I absolutely knew I had it. The second round, I absolutely knew I had it. The third round, I think that I put so much pressure on me to knock her out that it was like one of those things that sometimes you just got to flow. Like fighting is letting it flow and just being so organic with it. That's why I love Bare Knuckle, because it is so pure and at its raw form. And when you go looking for things, sometimes you mess up. So the third round, you know, I tried to stick to my word, and I really tried like hell to knock her out. And she was tough. So when I didn't knock her out in the third round, I started to get a little worried. I'm not going to lie. I was worried. And then she hit me a good time, and I felt my teeth. I swear to God, I thought my tooth came out. And when I felt my tooth get out, I kind of, you know, I started questioning myself, and that's when I said, hey, you know, in the fourth round, it was a little bit of a question. I think maybe looking back on the film, I have no idea yet. Maybe that's the round I lost because I had no idea what happened in the fourth round. With the fifth round, I just remember my corners and my coach giving me that pep talk. This is it. 13 minutes to change your life, and you have to give it all. And I just remember going in there and saying, he cannot outwork me. And I don't even know what happened, but that's all I said in the fifth round. So, I mean, I felt like I did. I was thinking that she wanted to bang, and, you know, I was surprised that she kind of ran a little bit. And I don't mean run in a bad way, but I mean, like, circle. You know, she kept her distance. She didn't do the inside game, and so I kind of had to chase her down. So that was a little different. I didn't want to fight her game. So there's a lot going into it. But, yeah, there was different things having to think in that ring.
It's interesting that you mentioned that because it seemed like, right, she was more defensive. She was defensive. But then it's almost like with her UFC martial arts, mixed martial arts background, when she was going in there and tying you up, it's like, uh-oh, she's going to tie you up. She might do some damage. But it was the reverse. When she tied you up, you were the one pounding on her. Was that just something that organically happened? Or did you think going into the fight that that's what you were going to do if she tried to tie you up?
You have no idea how amazing of a question this is, because the whole camp, all we worked on was being technical and straight and keeping distance. And I told Coach, what about the cleanse? What about the inside work? And he said, Britton, you got it. Like that you already have the dog, and you just do that. You already come so natural. You know, you don't even have to question that. And I was so worried because everyone thinks that Paige VanZant is just so amazing in the clinch, and I told everybody that she was going to stay on the outside, and they're like, no way, she's going to come in and clinch the hell out of you. And I was worried about it. I really was. And so I guess, again, it's just amazing knowing that I have that's pure raw talent in that clinch, because you guys know me as a boxer. I don't do MMA, but look at my clinch work, and I was winning those exchanges. I'm telling you, I'm still working so hard to dominate on the outside, and I really want to prove the world wrong that I can be a technical, high-skilled boxer and have technique. But, man, just the natural heart and dog in me is something you can't change.
Well, you mentioned this a little bit, and I wanted to ask this, and I'll let you go here too, but I still wanted to ask this. Because of all the hype surrounding her and her debut, you were a little nervous when it went to the judge's decision that, this may not go my way, this could be a draw. Were you thinking that?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know what? The only people that made me feel confident in it was absolutely my team. I can't thank my team enough. I think at the end of the fight, I'm so used to getting the short end of the stick and being taken advantage of, and things being fair. And I don't make excuses for it. I just keep going, because that's life, you know. We have to deal with the hand we were dealt. I knew that going in, that we couldn't beat the judges. So going to judges, I felt so disappointed in myself, because I really wanted to not leave it to the judges. But when my team looked at me, that just tells me I have the best team in the world. When they looked at me and said, "You won this," I said, "Don't lie to me. Don't tell me what I want to hear." And they're like, "No, we're serious." And when they said that to me, I'm telling you, in my heart, I just knew that you did this for it. Like, you did this regardless. Like, you can say what you want about the world, and that it's not, your people are always going to take advantage of you, and it's going to be one-sided. But, you got to have faith that sometimes people make the right decisions.
How do you celebrate after this one?
Man, being around the people that believed in me from the start, that's number one. But I'm celebrating right now. So I'm celebrating. I'm happy, soaking it in. This is my time. Everyone believed in me, and I'm going to celebrate as long and hard as possible as I can. And that involves bringing everyone who's in this crazy train ride with me along for the ride. So we're riding in the seats. If it's cracked leather,
and last question, could we see a rematch?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what I stand for. I could sit here and say, no, I proved today what I'm worth, but hey, I fight anybody, that's up for the challenge. I don't make excuses. I don't ask who, what, when, or where. I love to fight. This is what I'm here for. I think if she wants a rematch, I would definitely be game for it, because people change, and I'm proof of that. You can transform, and Paige VanZant could keep working hard, and, who knows, she could come back. Yeah, she's not ever going to beat me, so whatever. If she wants the rematch, I'll just win again. That's what we'll call it as.
Well, there it is. KnuckleMania winner, Britain Hart. Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.